Yeah, yeah. Good morning, everyone. So today we are going to start we are just discussing about SAP, some technical terms. Since some people are new to SAP here, right? SAP means system, application, and product in business data processing. So that is the abbreviation of the SAP. In 1972, 5X service IBM people, so they have founded and they have created this SAP application here. 5X service IBM people in 1972, based upon the business criticality during that time, that year. So that time, so they have implemented this SAP applications they have implemented, right? So it kind of application. It's a German-based software, right? So it's a German-based software here. So that's why SAP is basically available in whenever you install the software, basically it is available in the two languages here. Two languages here. One is the English and the second one is the German. Second one is the German language here, Dutch language here. So two languages it is available in the SAP here. Later, if you want to install some other languages, Chinese, some other French, some other languages, we can add the new languages also. But basically, this is available in the two languages. English is the primary language. Then secondary here, the Dutch is the secondary language here, secondary implementation language here, right? After that, if you want to add any other things, you can add it here. So since we are discussing about the SAP basics here, so here as part of the basics, we have discussed about the SAP installation prerequisites. So to install the SAP, what type of operating system we required, what type of database we required, then also we know what are the softwares we required, that we are going to discuss now here. So before that, before we go ahead and discuss about the list of softwares here, let's just check it out some technical terms in the SAP side here. Why? Because in the long running our classes, so always we will come to know what is mean SID and instance number and client and app server, application server, and instance, right? And DB server, right? So operating system, then host name, network. I think you know this about the network here, right? Network. So CPUs, right? Memory, CPUs and memory. So these are all the things we know, right? CPU, memory, network, and we know OS means operating system. So DB. So these things. Few are we should be required here, right? Instances, right? So SID, when we are working on the SAP, when we are working on the SAP, so when you are installing the SAP, we have to put the one name to SAP here. We have to give the one naming to the SAP to identification purpose here. SID means system identification. So it should be three alpha, so numeric characters here. Three alpha, so numeric, three alpha numeric characters here. Three alpha numeric characters here. So it should be like, so suppose like how we will give the naming convention to the born babies. Same way, when you are installing the new SAP system, that time we have to use the three alpha numeric characters we have to give it. The first letter should not be a letter. It should be three alpha numeric characters we have to give it here. Suppose like ABC or ECD or ECQ or ECP or ED1 or like that we have to. It's not like that one AB, no, two BC, something. First letter, it should not come like letter, number. Number should not come as a first letter here. So why? Because for identification purpose, so we have to give the one SID system identification. It always three alpha numeric characters here. right? So when you are installing the SAP system, that time we have to provide the this naming convention. So then after that we can connect to the same SID. We can start working on the systems here. So that is the reason. How can we identify, right? To identification purpose, we have to give this naming convention. So after the same as like for the born babies, how we are giving the naming convention, same way we have to put it here. Otherwise, what will happen if you don't have the name? How can we know which system we have to connect it, which system we have to work it, which system you have installed, which system we need to do the business? That we are not sure, right? So that's why we need to give the one proper naming convention here. Along with the naming convention, we have to give the instance number as well. IN means instance number. Instance number means starts with the 002 and 99. 002 99. In between, we have to give the instance number. So any number we can give it here. It kind of some employee number or Aadhaar number or PAN number. So the born baby is suppose like ABC, ABC. In one state, we have the two Ravis. Then how can we identify or how can we differentiate which is the correct way? Based upon this employee number or PAN number or Aadhaar number, we can differentiate, right? Same as like here. So here instance number we can differentiate it. Instance number can be differentiated. It should be always like 00 to 99. In between any number you can allocate it during the installation of the SAP systems. So when you are installing the SAP system, it will always ask the, can you please provide the instance number? Can you please provide the SID? Can you please provide the passwords? So like that, it will ask the questions. So we have to be ready with the our SID, what SID you are going to install it, then what instance number we are. So you can give any name. But in the real time, the client, the customer will provide you the all the details here. In the real time, the customer will provide you the all the details here. So while giving this number, we have to carefully plan our SID and instance number. Client. After the installation, you will get the clients here. The client number also always starts with the 000 to 999 here. So why? Because client means client is the one of the business entity here in the SAP. In the SAP, client is the one of the business entity. If you want to store all your business data, you need a client. So you need a client. So that's why client number also we have to create it after the installation. Not the before the installation, after the installation, we have to do this one. So the client number always should be the 000 to 999, any number you can put it out. Instance number 00 to 99, any number we can give it here. This is also any number we can give it to the client here. That's the installation here, right? Application server. Application server means application server, which means, so when you install the SAP, so suppose example, this is the your operating system, OS, right? Either Windows or anything, we have to do it on that part of the Windows only, right? Operating system on top of anything only. Suppose if you want to install the media player, then either in the Windows operating system or Linux operating system, we will install everything here, software. So if you install SAP on this OS, this is called the, so this is called the application server. Application server means SAP application you have installed on this server, means OS, operating system. Normally we will call it as the server in our language. Why? Because so we are installing the SAP systems, SAP servers. So we will call it as the application system or application server. If you install the DB, that is called the DB. If you install the SAP, this OS name is called the application. If you install the database, this operating system name is called this OS name is called the, so application server name, database server name, DB server name. So this one. So that is the one. So whenever you install the SAP, it will create the two instances here. Two instances here. Two instances means where SAP services will run. SAP services will run. That is called the instances. The more information you can find out after the installation here, instances. So whenever we are doing the SAP installation, SAP will create the some services. Those services we are called the instances. Those services are segregated as a instances here. So DB server means, so this operating system name, suppose like example, if you see here, this is the operating system. In this operating system, if you install the SAP, this operating system is called the SAP application server name. If you install the database here, this is called the DB server name here. What is your DB server name means SAP Windows. What is your SAP server name means SAP Windows 1. So that is the, so what is your RAM? RAM means, you know, random access memory here. So what is your processor? That we know, right? What is your operating system? We know how to check all those things here, right? We know all of these basic things we already everybody knows here, right? Without OS, we cannot do anything here. So, but SAP, right? We can install either Windows operating systems or non-Windows operating systems. We can do it here. So network, network means LAN, LAN network here. So network, it kind of LAN here. So it kind of networks here. So the network cable or either Wi-Fi which you are connected to the your server, SAP server here. It should be the good network here. CPUs and memory. CPUs means OS level we have the CPUs, right? UC level we have the CPUs and memory. This will call it as the CPUs and memory here. So these CPUs will take the load and memories will store the data. All those things will be CPUs and memory ratio should be required here, right? So each and every process which is running in the system, it requires the some amount of CPUs, some amount of CPUs and some amount of memory you required here, each and every process here. Each and every process, some amount of CPU and some amount of memory is required in SAP systems, right? That is called the CPUs and so memory, CPU and memories here, right? So these are the some technical terms. In this one, the SID instance number client are the most important words which we are talking during the our discussions of the SAP basis course, right? When you are in the SAP, always you will come to always maybe 100 times daily we may discuss about the what is SID. SID, we have to log into the this SID and this is the instance number, we have to connect it. Without these two, we cannot able to connect to the SAP system as well here. So this is the very important concept here, technical terms here. Okay, so that is about. So the one more thing is how to download the SAP softwares here. What are the softwares we required for the installations? So what are the softwares we required for, what are the softwares we required for the SAP install? Any product SAP installation, what are the softwares we required? Here we required the SWPM tool, exports, kernel, DB, DB client, DB client, then SAP host agent. So these are the list of softwares we required in the list of softwares we required here. This is the one of the important questions. The first question here. What are the softwares we required for the SAP installations here? So SWPM, exports, kernel, DB, DB client, and host agent. DB client and host agent. These are the softwares we required for the SAP installation here, right? So these are the softwares here. So SWPM software. SWPM is the SAP. So installation packages, SAP installation, we have to start from here, right? Software provisioning manager here, SAP software provisioning manager here. Exports, kernel, DB client. So these are the softwares we required for performing the SAP installation. So where we have to download these softwares? We have to download these softwares from the SAP marketplace, SAP marketplace, that is called the support.sap.com or service.sap.com. These are the two URLs we have to use it to download the SAP softwares here. So we have to download it from, but it's not the open source. To download the softwares, we need to use the yes user ID. We have to use the yes user ID here. Downloading the softwares from the marketplace. Here we have to use the yes user ID. Yes user ID here. Using this yes user ID, we have to download the softwares here. Yes user ID. Yes user ID means SAP user ID. It starts from S00 and a number here. S00 and a number here. S00 number here. What are the softwares means? These are the softwares where we have to download means SAP Marketplace. There is a yes user ID is required. Who will provide this yes user ID means in the company. Once when you join the organization, the company people will provide you the one yes user ID to work on the systems. Work on the systems here. Work on the systems. They will provide you the one yes user ID. Right. So how to download these softwares? How to download these softwares means service.sap.com, right? So what are these softwares here? SAP installation software. Which SAP product you are going to install it? As we discussed yesterday, any SAP systems like SAP ECC is the one of the real-time systems here. SAP NetWeaver, one of the products. These all are the SAP products here. These all are the SAP products here. In how so in the chocolates, we have the how many number of chocolates are there, same as like in the products, we have the number of products are there SAP. So which product we have to use it here? So depends upon the your business, depends upon the your business use case, you need to install the respective software. But every business, SAP ECC, NetWeaver systems are required. So any SAP ECC system installation or BW system installation or S4 installation or Fiori installation, CRM installation, SRM installation, anything we have common installation procedure, common softwares, we have to use it here. Only the exports may change it, but remaining softwares can be reused. So exports may be changed means for ECC, we need to download the ECC softwares and NetWeaver software, S4 softwares. For depends upon the product related exports, we have to download it. But kernel, same files, DB client, these all are the same. Expect exports may change, depends upon the product which you are going to install it here. Sir, how can we know which product we have to install it? So for every business, the ECC is the very important. That's why all our classes will run on ECC system only. Because ECC is the live system, a live transactional system. All live transactions can be run on this ECC system here. That's why so everything it will run on the ECC, right? ECC is the one of the core component. That's why enterprise core component. ECC means enterprise core component here. ERP means enterprise resource planning. Enterprise core component. Enterprise means organization. Core means it's a main component. It's a main component for the every organization for business, right? So let's log in, then download the softwares here. Okay, log into the system. Then, so in the browser, we have to use the URL like service.sap.com or support.sap.com. Then, so you will get the option here, support.sap.com. You will get the option like download the SAP softwares here. Download the SAP softwares here, right? Download the SAP softwares here. So then it will, whenever just you click on the SAP softwares download option here, it will ask the yes user ID. Yes user ID here. So we have to provide the yes user ID. Yes user ID starts from the S00, S00, and some number it will come here. S00, some number will come here. So then let me enter the yes user ID. Yeah, right. So it will authenticate it here so that we will get the screen. So whenever you go to the support.sap.com, just click on the software downloads, right? Then it will come to the screen here. So download screen here, download the softwares here. We cannot get any SAP softwares in the outsource here. So here, all the softwares will be, all the databases softwares will be so located in the alphabetical index order here. So just go to the here, right? Just click on the by alphabetical index. By alphabetical index, you will see the all the softwares like alphabetical order here, A, B, C, D, some. So depends upon the our software, we have to download here. Suppose we need kernel software, right? Any order you can download it, not a problem, right? But all the software should be required to download before you start the SAP installation here. So SWPM, right? Suppose like example, we'll take the HANA, H for HANA, right? So H for HANA here, K for kernel, K for kernel. So kernel software, kernel are the OS level binaries here, OS level binaries here. So these kernel softwares we have to download and go to the installation, select the operating system, then download the related packages, download the related packages from the service marketplace here, service marketplace here, download the zip file from the service marketplace. Okay, this is the way we have to download the softwares. Okay, so just go to the by alphabetical order, all the softwares are located here. So select your respective alphabetical index by select your respective number letter. Suppose K for kernel. So then S for S4 and a system success factor, solution manager, all will come. Why? Because S letter. Here at the same time, so we will also get the S for SWPM also. SWPM also we will get from here. SWPM is the so SL tool set. It is available in the SL tool set. These are the logistic tools. So here you will see the SWPM tools are there. Just download the SWPM software. Here hyperlink is located. You can download the SWPM softwares. We can download it here. This is the way we have to download the softwares here. Okay. So this is the SWPM kernel DB client. So DB client means if we go to the here databases, here we can download the whatever the DB. So as we speak, SAP can be installed on the any database. So whatever the databases you want to download it, you can download it and you can install it here along with the DB. You will get the DB client also here. Okay, DB client here. So then what next here? So exports, right? Exports are the very important here. Suppose you are installing the ECC, then go for ECC ERP, then ECC softwares, ERP softwares, we have to download it here. ERP softwares, we have to download it for ECC, coming to the versions of the software, like what we are going to discuss about the ECC. First of all, ECC softwares, we are going to do the installations and we are going to ECC NetWeaver. So these things we are going to work on this one. Why? Because every organization, every company, they will use this ECC software, ERP software here. This is the most important software. Why? Because it's a core component for the business. That's why we have to do the all our admin activities on the this ECC server here, right? So SAP ECC here. So here in the ECC, the first one is called the versions. So which version we have to download it here? For everything there is a versions, right? For ECC we have the ECC 5.0 market released. Then after that ECC 6.0. Then after that ECC 6.0 EHP1 అంటే enhancement packages 1. So then 7.0 not released. Then ECC 6.0 EHP1 they have released it here. Then EHP2, EHP2 here. Then EHP3 here. So like that they have started releasing the all the EHPs in the yearly ones. They have started releasing the EHP4, EHP5, EHP6, then EHP 7, then EHP 8 is the latest EHP version. After that, they have not released the any EHP version here. So here, when you are downloading the softwares, it will ask the what version you want to download, only ECC 6.0, or you want to download the enhancement packages also here, which means, so why they will release the version CHP 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 like that here means in the previous version any issues, any bugs, so any code corrections are required, they will create the new version and they will fix it in the new versions here. So that is the reason we have the these versions are available here, right? Yeah, these versions of the SAP released here. EHP 8 is the latest version here. Then after that, SAP implemented the S/4HANA architecture. S/4HANA architecture here. So these are the ECC R3 architecture. This is the S4 architecture here. In the ECC, we have so these are the versions are there in the market here, right? So depends upon your manager or your client suggested, go with the latest version, then go to the installation, then select the database, which database you want to install it, select the database, then you can download the installation exports. You can download it here. Installation exports, you can download it here. Okay. So these are the installation exports. We can download it. Okay. So that is the one thing we should be know here. Okay. This is the installation softwares, installation exports here. Okay. So here we have to use this. We have to just click on this button. Then we can download the exports for every product. This is the ECC product. Then ECC exports are different. Then the remaining kernel only exports are different here. Depends upon your product, which product you are going to install it, your exports, you have to download it, multiple exports here. But SWPM is common SWPM software, kernel, DB client, host agent, these all are the small softwares to install it. But exports are the different. If suppose you are installing the ECC, then you need to download the latest version of the ECC product, you have to download it here. Suppose you are going for the NetWeaver. So NetWeaver means N for NetWeaver. Go to the alphabetical letter N, then you can download the SAP NetWeaver softwares here. SAP NetWeaver softwares here. NetWeaver is the 7.5 is the latest version. Here you can download the latest version here. Suppose like select the which one, just to select the installation exports here, installation export, just click on the OK button, then the file will be get downloaded here. Exports, we need only exports, we don't require remaining things here, only exports. So this 3.4 GB file is getting downloaded here, right? So this is the way we have to download the list of softwares from the service. Suppose if you want to other languages, then download the languages, not now. Suppose you want to download the S4HANA, right? S4HANA means, so then yes, it starts with the yes here. Then go to the S4HANA. So then you can download the S4HANA systems here, right? S4HANA. These are the S4HANA versions are there. Select the latest version and download it here. That is the versions of the S4HANA. 2023 is the latest versions here. 22, 2020. So we have the 1901 to 2023 we have available here S4HANA systems here. So like that depends upon your product, we have to download it here. Next one, you want to download the host agent, SAP host agent here. SAP host, O means H. So H means H, alphabetical letter H. So then go to the, here you have the option to call the SAP host HO host agent. See, host agent. Then go to the file, then down depends upon your operating system, which operating system, suppose Windows, then download the Windows operating system related file, SAR file, we have to download it here, right? This is the way to download the SAP softwares. by alphabet, go to the installations, by alphabetical installation and upgrades, by alphabetical index, then based upon the alphabetical number. Suppose you want to download the CRM exports, then CRM. If you want to download the SRM, then SRM. You want to download the NetWeaver. If you want to download the MDM, so M for MDM. You want to download the SLT. If you want to download, so whatever you want to download depends upon the letter, first letter. You will get the, suppose you want to download the ECC, then E for ECC, Fiori, G for gateway. So like that, we have the number of products are there in the SAP. Depends upon the your letter, we can download the related exports, we can download it. Exports may change it, depends upon the version. So remaining all are common softwares. Common softwares, we can download it. Suppose today you are installing the ECC software, then you have to download the SWPM, ECC exports, kernel, DB client. But tomorrow you are installing the NetWeaver. Then again, you no need to download the SWPM kernel DB, just to download the NetWeaver exports. Exports may change, depends upon the your product. Depends upon the product, SAP will, the exports may change it here. So that's the reason. So we have this exports, we have to download it here. Okay, got it? Any questions from anyone?
So all these softwares are getting downloaded to our system, right?
Right. Wherever you are going to install it, we have to download in that server.
Okay.
So here, S user ID is required. This S user ID is required. Why? Because it's not the open source software. So here, S user ID will be provided by the organization. When you join in the SAP organization, so they will provide you the one S user ID. Why? Because this is our work to downloading the softwares, installations, configuration, support, all kind of work will be done by our team. So we are the main. So that's why they will allocate the one S user ID for us. Like that, we have to download it. We have to keep it ready. Whenever we have the go ahead, then we can just go ahead to and SAP. We have to go to the SAP softwares. Then, so here we can download the exports, softwares, kernel, SWPM, postage. We can download all. We can keep it ready in one folder. Then we can start the installation. Installation, we can start it here. So that I will explain it. Installation, how to do the SAP installations here.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Anyone? Any questions? I can stop it for today. So,
Hello, sir.
yeah, hi.
So, like in Windows Server means we can download from marketplace and we can install. But if it comes to OS like Linux or Unix or AX,
Yeah, if there is a Linux, what we have to do, we have to download in the Windows itself. Then we have to move the softwares to the Linux level. So there are some tools actually. WinSAP is the one of the open source software. So this software, this tool, what it will do, you open the software, it will ask the, please connect to the your Linux system. Suppose like Linux system I'm entering here. Just a username, just password, enter the password. Suppose I want to move to the my Linux operating system. Then just you have downloaded here, just to drag and drop here. That will be go to the your Linux. This is a Windows, this is a Linux. Drag and drop, it will go. So this is the one. Like that, we have to do it here. So WinSAP or Mobaxterm, there the tools are there. WinSAP, Mobaxterm tools are there to move the files from Windows to non-Windows. With Windows, directly we can download the Windows. With non-Windows, then we cannot directly download, right? Why? Because there is no browser. Then in this case, what we can do, so we can download in the Windows, we can transfer, we can move the files to the, we can transfer the files, we can transfer the files to, so non-Windows, using non-Windows, using, so WinSCP or Mobax. There is a one more software, Mobax. So Mobaxterm. So maybe if you Google it, you will get the more details. Mobaxterm. Yes, Mobaxterm. This is the software for transferring the files to the non-Windows systems.
okay. If we place those files automatically to install, or do we need to do anything?
No. If you download it, download them. But installation, there is a separate procedure again.
Okay.
We have to manually do. Downloading means it's not installing, just downloading the softwares. Then after that, we are going to install it. So installation may take 7 hours to 8 hours. One SAP system installation 7 to 8 hours. Previously, days will take it out. So now I think it's reduced to the 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, depends upon your operating system size, means RAM size. So it depends upon the speed. So maximum 6 to 7 hours it will take to complete the installation nowadays. 1 hour inputs, 1 hour inputs, and 6 hours tool will take care of the installation and everything. 1 hour inputs, giving the inputs only, it will take the 1 hour. Entire our class giving the inputs, downloading the softwares will take 1 hour. Then after that, tool itself, once the inputs given, tool itself will start the installation, will complete the install. That will take another 6 to 7 hours. In that case, we should not touch the system. It will take care of the installation and everything. If in case it is failed, we need to fix the issue. Then we need to continue we need to resume the installation. That we will
Okay,
discuss on Monday. Monday we will come to know. So all the installations and everything.
sure, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.